Today we're checking in on the progress of our 2025 Craftsmanship Academy cohort. Over the past couple weeks, they've been drinking from the fire hose as they learn the basics around test-driven development, object-oriented design, and pair programming, which they'll use in practice on projects every single day. These first couple weeks of the Academy are one of my favorites. It's a proving ground for the Academites to take on the incremental challenges that we give them, to embrace the constraints that will ultimately shape their thinking and help to build the habits that they need to produce consistent results long term. Each assignment that we give them stretches them just a little bit, and having to struggle through a problem and then get the feedback and direction from expert instructors allows them to cement their learning and build confidence that they can solve the challenges here and throughout the rest of their career.
The systematic approach of the Academy has really taught me a lot of different things and just gave me a way better understanding of how different systems work together and how to drive all your development with tests. So it's really just kind of been like putting everything together in a cohesive program.
One thing that really surprised me the first few weeks of the Academy was when Caleb asked me to delete some of my code because I didn't have a test for it. And the surprising part was that it actually was much easier the next time that I wrote my code, because I kind of had my expectations outlined and I was able to write much cleaner code and feel a lot more confident about what I was writing because the test was already implemented.
How the company is just such a tight community. I love the discussion groups on Fridays and reading the books. So I really like the culture.
I know if I just sit down and think about it for a second and really devote my mind to it, I can figure it out, I can solve it. But I have such a hard time getting past that. I get kind of, that perfectionism blocks me from it. And so kind of readjusting to the idea that it's okay if I do something wrong or do something that's not maybe the best solution, but I'm still moving forward.
I think for me, one of the biggest challenges has been figuring out how to write good tests that actually test the result I want and don't test the implementation. Especially when you're writing system tests or something, it's often tricky for me to know which test is the right one to start with. And so one of the ways I've overcome it is by just starting off writing a test that I know is bad, and then starting to write the implementation, and then going back and refactoring that test to actually test what I want it to as I start on the implementation of it.
This is harder for me than I thought it was, but in a good way. Because I'm like, no, I'm going to be challenged throughout this whole thing. I'm going to have to learn. I'm going to have to learn to be humble and take criticism from people.
One of my biggest takeaways has been how much confidence that test-driven development has given me. When I drive my code with my tests, I can refactor and change things as much as I want and know that my code is still running the way that it should.
I think probably my biggest takeaway is that I love being here and around the people. In the last 2 weeks, I've probably laughed more than I have in the last 2 years. 'Cause I like doing life with other programmers.
We'll continue to build on this foundation over the next few weeks as we focus on user experience design and web application frameworks, setting the stage for these Academites to be ready to contribute on real-world projects.